So now play is fun, but scientists take play very seriously. In fact, for decades, scientists of all kinds have tried to study playful behavior in animals to understand how it helps them develop. Joining us now to talk about the serious science behind play is Dr. Zirak Marker, child, adolescent and family psychiatrist, mental health advocate, educational psychologist. Dr. Marker, thank you for joining us today on Ndtv. If you could tell us, when a child throws a ball or draws in the sand or plays a game like Ghar Ghar, what is it triggering in their brain?
Sure. So firstly, thank you for having me. Good morning, everyone. Before I just answer that, I'd like to share a beautiful quote by George Bernard Shaw, where he says that we don't stop playing because we grow old because we stop playing. Yeah. And I just love that because that encapsulates what play is about, right? Yes, I think what we've already discussed, that they actually say that 90% of all your learning pathways, the neuronal development happens because of a concept called neuroplasticity, where the neurons in the brain actually fuse to create learning pathways. That happens and completes 90% by age 5 and 6. So when you look at learning, you're looking at obviously your physical development, right, which is energy building and balance, but you also look at the fine motor skills, the gross motor skills and the balance of the human body. You look at cognitive skills, which is rightly so the beginning of intelligence, right? So mental alertness, focus, concentration, your critical thinking skills, and all little aspects like following instructions. And what we don't realize that play actually helps with what we call as pre-reading and pre-writing skills, which is something that is so much of a prerequisite in education. But what I want to highlight, what we don't emphasize on, is how does play educate their hearts? And for me, the social, behavioral and emotional learning that play can give is what is the most important for me as a mental health professional, because so much is happening with our kids today, right? I mean, we are living with a new generation of children going through stress and suicide and anxiety and depression, right? And all this happens because of course, various reasons and screen time and social media. But let's focus on play, right? Because play at the early onset leaves so many beautiful learnings, right? Like simple things like group dynamics, leadership skills, how to be kind and empathetic. I think teaching our kids the importance of even failing, not just winning and getting 99%. Anger management, how beautifully you can resolve conflicts, right? When you have a little bit of a fight or a misunderstanding. And lastly, the most important thing that we need to teach our kids as parents and as stakeholders in education is kindness and empathy. I think this generation has just lost teaching our children to be kind, gentle, and laugh and have fun and be creative, and not just with individual human beings, but be with nature, grounding techniques with grass and being on sand, being in the sea, being with nature and being under sunlight, right? Because you also have to look at the health aspects. More and more kids, even 9 and 10-year-olds, are getting diabetes, have poor posture, ophthalmological problems and dry eye problems, right, headaches and obesity. Yeah. So everything coming together and with play will help all these factors.